What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another episode of FT Commentary. Let me talk about Monday Night Raw. I apologize for my absence on this channel. Didn't do anything for Backlash. Didn't do anything for Raw SmackDown past week. I just had not much motivation to make these videos. I thought Backlash was actually pretty solid, so that's interesting. But I'm back. I'm gonna talk about Raw. Probably do that for SmackDown as well, if anything interesting happens on that show. And, get your hopes up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's talk about it. First thing I want to talk about is the street fight that JD McDonough and Finn Balor had on this. It was the first match of the show. I'll talk about the Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu stuff when I talk about Clash in Italy later on in this video. But this is probably, I don't want to say the one positive thing I have to say about this, but this was actually, like, this show itself. There were a couple things on this show that kind of bugged me, and I want to talk about that. But this was a really solid match. And here's the thing, too. It's kind of a reoccurring thing. This was better than the WrestleMania match that Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio had. Both of them were street fights. They did a street fight better on a random episode of Monday Night Raw than at WrestleMania. That is kind of interesting. I think both of them looked good. Very obvious that there was going to be interference with this. They're still continuing the Finn and Dominic rivalry. And Finn got the win. But I do want to highlight JD McDonough. JD McDonough is the guy where he wrestles once every 3 months, and that one match is going to be an absolute banger. He is so good. Like, I'll say this right now, he does not need to be in the Judgment Day. He could easily be in the U.S. title division on SmackDown. Intercontinental title division. He was in it for WrestleMania. You may as well put him. One-on-one with him and Penta would be a great match. Him in the U.S. title division, if they actually, I mean, not really the U.S. title division, because it's kind of just Trick Williams and Sami Zayn right now. I was thinking, like, the U.S. title division, if they had, like, Ilya and Melo still there. I don't know what they're doing with either of those guys. That's a whole situation. But I think the coup de grace onto the trash can was actually a cool-looking spot. There were a lot of the moonsault that JD did on the outside. That was really good. Like I said, JD is really good. Finn Balor's really good. This was a really solid match. Next thing I'm going to talk about is Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez versus Brie Bella and Paige for the Women's Tag Team Championships. This is one of those matches where you kind of know the outcome because it's a fucking Judgment Day match. Of course they're going to lose. But this was... It was a fine match. I do want to talk about this. With how much the Judgment Day keeps losing. It is insane. I already talked about it in the other video. Roxanne Perez, she doesn't win matches at all. If she's booked in a match, she's probably going to lose it. Raquel Rodriguez actually had, like, momentum. I don't know what happened to that. They were teasing the whole her and Liv Morgan having a match. They haven't done that at all. They haven't done anything. She hasn't been in the World Title Division in a while. I don't know what the deal is with this group. If they're supposed to be this great faction, like, Liv Morgan, what is Liv doing? As much as I don't really care for her, what is she doing right now? Nothing. She's waiting for Stephanie to come back. They can't just give her a little miniature feud until Stephanie comes back. Like, they can just, I don't know, Saturday's Main Event needs something. I'll talk about that right after this. I don't know. I will say, as someone who is a fan of both Roxanne and Raquel, they are losing a lot, and that's kind of interesting. I don't know. It was it was fine. The match itself was solid. The aftermath as well. Bayley and Lyra helped Paige and Brie when the Judgment Day were attacking them, which I'm assuming they're leading to Judgment Day versus Bailey and Lyra for the 16th time. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm not even gonna like they've been. I'm pretty sure they've feuded like 4 times, but I mean I'll tell you right now. In this feud, it's gonna be Roxanne and Lyra for the like 10th time. They've done that match so many times. Um, I don't know, but I don't know what to say. I'm gonna talk about Saturday's main event now. Just want to talk about the card for Saturday's main event. Because the contrast between Saturday's main event and Clash in Italy is literally night and day. It is insane. What is the main event for that show? I'm genuinely thinking because the biggest match on this show, I assume the main event's going to be Ethan Page and Penta. And like, why is the main event? Doesn't matter if it's considered a premium show or not. Why is the main event an Intercontinental title match for a bigger than Raw and SmackDown show? But you have 2 world title matches on Clash in Italy? Like, I'll say this right now. As a prediction for Clash in Italy, I don't think that Gunther's going to win. I assume they're going to have Randy Orton show up after Cody retains. And, like, why wouldn't you do that at Saturday's main event? That's a very simple match that you can just throw in there. Even if you have Gunther win, that's a big thing on our Saturday's main event. That's a good way to make the show feel important. I don't know. Yeah, what do I want to talk about, though? They announced 2 matches for Saturday's main event. This is a 5-match card. Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch, not for the Women's Intercontinental title, which I guess is a way for them to put Sol over without just giving her the title automatically. And they also announced Paige and Brie Bella versus Nia Jax and Lash Legend, which I'm pretty sure they had that match on SmackDown a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty sure that was, like, I guess, leaked a couple weeks before, so you kind of knew they were going to do that. And I'm not even trying to be, like, rude or whatever. They had a match on, like I said, they had a match on SmackDown a couple weeks ago. Paige and Brie Bella and Nia Jax and Lash. That match, I'm not, like I said, that match was a damn botch fest. I'm sorry. They were on completely different pages that entire time. And I'll just say this as well. I'm not trying to be whatever. But I keep saying I'm not trying to be rude. But like, as someone that didn't watch wrestling when people like Paige and the Bella Twins and like AJ Lee were around, you know, like in their primes basically, I don't get these people. Like, why is Paige such a big deal? She was really. I assume, is it a case of like she was really cool 10 years ago? Like even in her AEW run, it was kind of a flop. I don't know. I feel like comparing people from back then to now, the people now are so much better that it's kind of like interesting. I don't know. Yeah. Overall, Science main event though does not look like the best show on paper. Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley is in a 6-woman tag team match. They didn't do a Rhea and Jade rematch. They didn't do a anything else. I don't know. I'll say this right now, by the way. Why isn't Fatal Influence on this card? In any capacity, either challenging for the tag team titles or in that 6-woman tag team match. I don't watch SmackDown, but like, isn't JC Jane feuding with Rhea Ripley? Weren't they doing stuff? Weren't they teasing stuff? I'll tell you right now, by the way, JC Jane and Fatal Influence, they should all have titles at some point in the near future. JC Jane is the U.S. champion, and Fallon Henley and what's her name, Lena Reed, as the tag team champions. I think that's something they should do because honestly, they're one of the best parts about SmackDown. Honestly. Last thing I want to talk about, is the Brock Lesnar return. Versus Obafemi. Not versus Obafemi, but during the Obafemi Open Challenge. I don't get, like, mad at wrestling too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't take it as serious as people normally do. You know, like, my day isn't ruined when, you know, Raw is bad or whatever. Like, that type of deal. When a result happens that I don't agree with, I don't get a fucking furious over it. This is just, like, This is just stupid. Obafemi was going to do the open challenge. Brock Lesnar gave him about 3 F5s, and they confirmed Brock and Oba for Clash in Italy. Brock's pants ripped again. That was funny. I'm pretty sure he's done that like almost every time he showed up. I have a question about this entire thing. I applaud them genuinely for having a brand new star that's so over, has such a promising future. He's so young, Obafemi, and taking his WrestleMania win over Brock Lesnar and completely throwing that in the goddamn garbage. I'll tell you right now, if Brock wins, he makes Oba look like a bitch, and also Brock does not need to win. He is like 50, and he is. I'll tell you right now, if I see one person talking about credibility, Brock needs credibility. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. He has been the top guy in WWE. If he is in the WWE, he is in the top position. He is in the main event. He is a multi-time world champion. We're talking kayfabe here. He has done literally everything. There's no credibility that Brock Lesnar needs. And I'll tell you right now, if we're talking credibility, Brock Lesnar squashing John Cena, that's a lot of credibility. That's a stupid decision as well. Brock Lesnar, if Oba wins, he beat Brock Lesnar again. So what does the first time mean? What did the squash match at WrestleMania mean? Nothing. It's a lose-lose for everybody. This does not make sense. This is the creative team throwing their damn hands in the air, realizing we don't have anything for Obafemi. Let's just rerun the Brock Lesnar match. And I assume Brock wins a Clash in Italy because I assume they're going to do a third match where Oba wins eventually, ultimately at SummerSlam where Brock actually retires. But also, I'll say this right now, that retirement for Brock Lesnar is not going to feel like anything because we already saw the quote-unquote retirement from Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Apparently that was all some fucking work, and now we're going to get the actual retirement at SummerSlam, and it's not going to feel like anything. When Oba wins this trilogy, I hope, what's it going to matter? That's all I'm saying. WrestleMania was perfect. He squashed Brock Lesnar. He put him over in that entire feud. He made Oba look like $1 million. Leave it at that. It's not hard. And they just said, hey, bring back Brock so we can have Oba do something. Because we don't know what to do with one of our most promising stars. It's ridiculous. Genuinely, that pissed me off. But yeah. That's all I gotta say. Talk about that. As a little add-on. Ryan's with the Vision standing tall again. That was funny. Oh yeah, Seth Rollins and Austin Theory. I'll talk about that. I thought that was a solid match. I'll talk about Austin Theory as well. He is the most vanilla guy in wrestling right now. I'll just say that. He is more vanilla than every member of the Death Riders combined. That's probably a stretch. I'm sorry. That's when he unveiled that damn hoodie when he revealed himself as the Masked Man. I thought, man, I didn't know Daniel Garcia showed up in WWE. Austin Theory is a guy right now. He is just the third member of the Vision. He is so good. That's the thing. He has so much talent. With the generic Titantron that basically resembles John Cena's Titantron when he was a heel. It just says Austin Theory with some computer code type of graphic. I don't even know what that was. Seth Rollins and Austin Theory had the exact same gear, by the way. I'm pretty sure that was literally identical. Austin Theory looks like a guy. That's my opinion. But yeah. Seth Rollins won with the pedigree. That was another detail I noticed. That was pretty interesting. I don't know if he's won with the pedigree since 2017, I think, whenever he re-debuted the Curb Stomp. But Rollins with Division standing tall, very 2025-esque. Just do the same stuff over and over again. I assume, another thing, by the way, another match you can put on Saturn's main event, Seth Rollins and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins versus The Vision. That's a pretty simple match. I understand some of their 6-man, but replace that with one of the other tag team matches. They're doing the damn tag team match at Saturn's main event with Street Profits and The Vision. My bad. But yeah, I'm going all over the place. Overall, this was a fine episode. It wasn't the worst thing. Oh yeah, like 10th thing to mention here. I'm just remembering things. Javon Evans wasn't on this show despite the fact that they were in his hometown. Like he had a match on main event, but that's not canon. I don't understand that. I don't know. That was kind of weird. But overall, it was a fine episode. Tried to do this in the last video. What's the one motto we always follow? Fuck the Canes. See ya.